Hello friends. Today let's talk about one section in the Income Tax Act, which is perhaps the most recognizable section and also the most popular section in the Income Tax Act. Popular and recognizable because this is one section under which deduction can be claimed in the computation of income by a taxpayer who is an individual, irrespective of the nature of source of his income, whether it's income from business, capital gains, or salary income, whatever it is, a deduction can be claimed under this section. Otherwise, deductions are normally source specific. That is, it is specific to that particular source of income. Now, this is section 80C of Income Tax Act. This section allows deduction from income for certain payments as well as certain investments made by the taxpayer. Section would be applicable to individuals as well as to Hindu undivided families. Okay. But the condition is that either the payment made or the investment made should be in the relevant previous year. Actually paid, only actual payments would be entitled to get the deductions. But there is a limit, maximum limit up to which a deduction can be claimed, that is 1,50,000 rupees. That means any payments made or investments made eligible for the deduction, okay, are entitled for the deduction up to a maximum amount of 1,50,000 rupees. Now, first of such deduction would be with reference to the insurance premium paid, that is for life insurance. Any amount of premium paid in the previous year on the life of either self, spouse of the taxpayer, or child of the taxpayer, and in the case of Hindu undivided family, on the life of a member. Now, when I said child, there is no restriction as to the age or dependency on the child of the taxpayer. Just says child. But there are certain restrictions in claiming these deductions. That is, the premium paid during a year should not exceed 10% of the actual sum assured. Okay. Now, this limit of 10% is increased to 15% in the case of policies which are issued after 1st April 2013, and the insurance is on the life of persons with severe disabilities as per section 80U. Now, section 80U talks about disabilities with regard to hearing impairment, mental illness, or vision difficulties, etc. Subject to the conditions mentioned there. If person is qualified to get a benefit under section 80U, then on his life, the insurance premium paid can be up to 15%. Similarly, in the case of persons with disabilities mentioned in section 80 DDB like cancer, renal failure, etc., etc. So such persons can claim the benefit up to 15% of the premium on the sum assured. Otherwise, it is restricted to 10%. Now, when I say 10% or 15% of the actual sum assured, the term sum assured means it is the minimum amount which the insurance company assures when you take a policy, okay, on the happening of an event. That is, in the case of life insurance, it is the death of the insurer. Okay. During the term of the policy, that means during the currency or the term of the policy, if the relevant event, that is a death, takes place, what is the amount that is payable? Now, that is called as sum assured. In treating the sum assured for this purpose, amounts like bonus and other payments are not to be considered. Okay. Or the amount of premium which is agreed to be returned also is not to be considered in this term sum assured. Moreover, in case the contract is terminated or the policy gets lapsed due to non-payment of premium, then in such a case, if such lapse or termination takes place within 2 years from the commencement of the insurance, okay, or if it is a case of single premium pay, policy. That means the entire premium for the policy is paid in one lump sum. So in that case, within 2 years from the commencement of the insurance, or otherwise premium is not paid for minimum 2 years. So in that case, the deduction will not be available in the previous year. That is one part. That is, if the premium gets lapsed or terminated before 2 years, or premium is not paid continuously for a minimum period of 2 years, then no deduction would be available for that particular payment. And moreover, deductions already allowed in the earlier year will be brought to tax as income of the year in which such a lapse takes place. Okay, so first you will not get the benefit of deduction. Moreover, whatever the deductions already claimed will be treated as the income of the year in which the lapse takes place. Then there are certain investments for which again the benefit of Section 80C can be claimed. It is like contribution to Provident Fund or superannuation fund. Now, Provident Fund can be either General Provident Fund, which is generally central government employees are eligible, or Employees Provident Fund. There are certain types of Provident Funds which are recognized under Income Tax Act. All these are eligible for the deductions. Then National Savings Certificates, 8th or 9th issues, or any contribution made to unit links insurance policy in the name of, again this is in the case of insurance, life insurance, this also can be in the name of self, spouse or child, or in the case of Hindu undivided family on the life of the member, or any contribution to pension fund set up by a mutual fund, or any subscription to a specified deposit scheme of a nationalized bank or public companies which are engaged in providing housing loans. Also, any subscription to any deposit scheme of a public sector company which is again engaged in the business of giving housing loans, or any authority which deals with developing of housing or towns, townships or villages, etc. Or any subscription to an approved equity shares or debentures of public companies or public financial institutions, or subscriptions to units of approved mutual funds, or even tax saving term deposits with approved scheduled banks. Further, even National Savings Certificates, National Savings Scheme of 1992, or even Sukanya Samriddhi account, okay, which is nothing but a deposit made in the name of a girl child, okay, either the taxpayer's child or his ward, his or her ward. That means the child for whom the taxpayer is a guardian, or any subscription to annuity plan like Jivan Dhara, Jivan Akshay, etc. And subscription or to approved bonds issued by a NABARD, or any deposit under Senior Citizen Savings Scheme 2004, or 5-year term deposit with the post office under post office deposit rules, okay, or in the case of a central government employee, the contribution to specified account of a pension scheme for a fixed period which should not be less than 3 years, and the scheme also should be notified in the official gazette, and this is applicable from 1st April to 2020. Okay. Or any amount paid as stamp duty, registration fees, etc. for the purchase of a house. So when you invest in a house, the stamp duty paid or registration fee paid also are eligible for the deductions. This is as far as investments are concerned. Then certain expenses are also eligible for deduction under Section 80C. They are the tuition fees paid for self, spouse or the child or the member of the Hindu undivided family. But this tuition fee should be for full-time education in a university, college or school or any educational institution. And this benefit is available for not more than 2 children. That means up to 2 children can claim the benefit. Similarly, in the case of repayment of a loan for the purchase or construction of a house, the principal amount repaid is also eligible for the deduction. It could be either under self-financing or any other scheme of housing board or any authority, or loan borrowed from central government, LIC, banks, or any specified employer. Okay. Or even stamp duty or registration charges paid for the purchase of the house. Okay. But the condition is that once you avail of this benefit, the house should not be sold for minimum period of 5 years. The taxpayer should hold on to the house for at least 5 years. In case there is a breach of this condition, that is, the house is sold, then the deductions already claimed earlier will be the income of the year in which the sale takes place. Yes, friends, that's about section 80C. Thank you very much.